Hello everyone, my name is Actor Doomhammer and welcome to the disaster known as Banished. Where people are dying and eventually we'll be rid of the tool problem, but that's only because of the death. Such a shame, it was going so well at one point. And again, the moment I open up the quarry in the mine, it just goes downhill. It's always the same.
Why, hello.
Ah, hey, devil.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, the death is so real.
Yeah, I think that I can call this one a failure yet again. But I am determined.
Yeah.
I am determined that this has to be the seed that will get me the 300 citizens.
I got up to 170 last night myself, and then pretty much the same thing happened. Just couldn't keep up with the food and the tools.
Yeah. Well, my biggest mistake was to at some point say like, oh, we don't need this many farmers because we've got the 25,000 food cap. Just like the last time, at least for those on YouTube. Well, at the 50,000 food cap, and I thought I don't need any more farmers.
Yeah. That's the point where things start going downhill because it grows exponentially, like the demand.
So I'm just gonna set my food max at 999999999 and expect that I'll never get anything done ever again. Well, we're down to another, well, less than 100 adults.
Yep, they're all dead.
And the more people die, the less farmers we're gonna have, the less food we're gonna have, and the more people are gonna die.
Pretty much.
So yeah, definitely a mistake. Don't ever put your farmers to use in other platforms. Just keep them as farmers. Keep all your food people as food people. Despite the fact that it may seem that at first you're gonna have enough food for enough food production, it's not gonna happen.
You can actually turn them off from late autumn to late winter and use them otherwise because crops won't produce over winter.
Yeah, but then they...
Orchards you have to leave.
Yeah, in that case they automatically become laborers, not like designated laborers, but just like, oh, I've got nothing to do, I'll be a laborer. So
yeah,
then,
I mean, the way that I macro him is that I use the off season to expand and build, and then as soon as it starts getting towards late winter, I'll reassign them all to farms and ramp down the expansion.
I see. Well, can't even keep them alive for 40 years.
Now you're at 47.
50 years I meant, yeah.
Ah.
I misspoken.
Surprisingly floating 200 food, yet everyone's starving.
I need all of my fucking blacksmiths. I also need at least one builder, so...
I'm surprised you don't have earlier versions of it saved, so you can go back like 10 years or 15 years.
Maybe that's a thing that I should do for the next run. Because there will be a next run! Same map seed, same build thing. It's gonna be the same, but better.
You just like streaming the gratuitous violence.
No, I just believe in this seed.
how's all the arrangements going? You locked down the band and all of that yet?
I just have one more band to contact, and I'll do that on the 15th. And I'll give them to the 30th to decide whether or not they want to play. And then I've got all 3 bands requested. 2 bands have already confirmed. And it's guaranteed to happen because I have 2 bands.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Should be a good party.
Definitely. And if I'm not mistaken, Packy's gonna show up. And a colleague of mine has already shown interest in coming, so... Well, miracles do happen. We only need 3 more tools. 4 more tools. There. I think having a quarry in a mine early, but only 5 people working in there isn't such a bad idea. I'll try that next. Or maybe that we can salvage this somehow.
Well, you still have 21 kids.
Uh-huh. But the kids are dying of starvation as well.
Yeah, well, your population will eventually even out to the point where it's going to start picking up a little bit. Unless it just completely spirals.
Indeed. So what I will do is try to micromanage it a little better by saying that these fields will be turned off. These fields will be turned off. And then if I still have farmers, 5 only. Good. Turn those off. Turn those off. I don't have anyone here anymore, so turn that off, turn that off. How many fishermen do I have? 4. Turn this one off. So that all 4 should go working in there. Turn that off. Like, really try to centralize the food production. And then turn this off, and that off, and that off. This one too. I'll turn off the quarry as well, because I don't need the quarry. Do I need a brewer? Yes. No, because that blacksmith is gone. I have 2 blacksmiths that are gone. Vendor, tailor, brewer, blacksmith 3 of 5, physician, teacher, no of course not. No more stonecutters, herbalist 5 of 8, forester 6 of 16. Yeah. I'm actually gonna be shutting down all the things. Just to try and centralize... Ah, I still have a fishing dock here. Centralize all of the production to the home area. I also need a tailor. So I will shut down these. Back to square one basically.
Yeah.
That leaves us with these gone. Just make sure that people don't have to walk that far.
You've got an extra herbalist assigned there, which we put into something else.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have a look-see at. So...
you're just turning everything off at the moment.
For foresters, 2 woodcutters is enough. 2 hunters. Gatherers.
I'd actually keep those orchards going and
No.
turn off a couple of the empty farm plots.
No, I'm actually going to be switching up a couple of things. 3, then... Oh, for hunters. What can I miss? Not a lot. So keep those off and those off. That is 8 gatherers. They will keep on working. There. And then I need just 1 tailor. Let's hope that people are smart enough to start moving back into the central area.
Yeah.
Now we don't have a cleric anymore, but that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I think that this is just gonna be a mass starvation. At least we have enough tools again. Surprise,
Yeah,
surprise.
you've only got one person starving now.
Yeah, now only one, yeah.
2,
So,
1.
2. Harvest this, harvest that. Oh. Yeah, people are still starving because they live too far away. I wish that I could say like evict, 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 you know?
Yeah. Turn off houses on the outside as well.
That would be
We'll
useful.
move back into the middle.
Mm-hmm. Because that is a perfect way to salvage things. Yeah, this one is lost. And there's no salvaging this one. Okay,
Hey,
Vasily. Yeah. This is just a death spiral. Again.
Ow. I just saw that chunk. Like 10 deaths instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd advise if you're gonna attempt it again, do some progress saves.
Yeah, good idea. But you know what? We don't need tools anymore, so I'll turn off these. And I'll say, get one more. Really? Oh wait, blacksmiths. No, there. I'll take the cleric. Turn off you. Yeah, so the first thing I will do different is set the food up to 999. Oh, and we have an infestation at that too. Nice.
Oh, crop infestations.
So I'll turn on you instead. Well, they're still making babies somehow. Let's see, you. What do you have on you? 1 herb. 1 whole herb.
It's the miracle herb.
Yeah, well, she died now.
Oh no, it wasn't the miracle herb.
Nope. So it's clear to me that despite the fact you do the same seed over and over and over again, at certain times you can get like dozens and dozens and dozens of nomads, and sometimes You just can't, even if you have a very, very, very early down hole.
Yeah, a lot of the game mechanics are left up to RNG, like the
Yeah, a little too much.
severity of the seasons and.
A little too much.
It's a totally accurate world simulator to a point. I mean, there is enough seasonal variation that's within what you would call realistic boundaries, but the birth rates, death rates, and like the nomad spawning rate is very... You can't rely on it. It's not quite how it should be.
Nope. Well, I think I can definitely do a better run next time. And you know what? I'll even start it on stream if this doesn't go on for 2 hours. I will let everyone die, because the run that I did fully upload to YouTube, I didn't let everyone die, and the other 2 runs that I also did, but not uploaded to YouTube, I didn't let die out entirely either.
I'm surprised they're still hanging on. Oh wow, you have no yellow markers up the top.
Nope. Maybe, just maybe, I've salvaged it. Though I doubt that. I do still believe that improving the infrastructure with the tunnels that I've done here and all the bridges was a great idea.
Yeah, capital works as far as infrastructure and getting the people around does make a difference, because in the end it is somewhat of a traffic sim as well.
But people are still dying. Oh, we're out of tools again. And I'll do you and turn you off.
Hey
That's
guys.
good timing, Vasily.
Vasily.
Sorry, let me shut my phone up. My food's ready, so I am going to mute up while I eat. I'll be watching that.
Sure.
And just as we were done with the tool problem, we are once again with a tool problem.
Well, I also had a tool issue. But it was resolved quickly because I have 22 people living in my colony. So it wasn't a problem. But so far so good. And I was talking to my dad on the phone.
Okay.
Just to hear about what's happening with my entire family and what's happening in Zagreb in general. So everything's good. And I see you have lost people, or you started over.
No, I've lost people.
What happened?
Within 20 minutes, from 160 to what you see right now in terms of adults. Starvation, lack of tools, and it is just a downward spiral without an end.
130 deaths in 20 minutes. Wow. That's a lot. So I started my colony. It's called Četvrti Rajon, which is the part of the town I live now, but it's not called like that anymore. And so far so good. It's actually going pretty well. My food situation is stable enough.
Yeah.
It goes low during winter, but I'm kind of expanding my crop fields, children becoming laborers, so it's going good actually. A lot of fishermen, hunters. Currently I'm building a hospital, a school.
You shouldn't build a school.
Well, I will actually, because as I said, I'm just playing the game. I'm not actually going for any achievements like you're going for, so I'm just gonna enjoy the game to see everything it offers. So
Yeah. Well, eventually you're gonna get achievements no matter what, because if you manage to keep your people happy and healthy enough, then you'll get 2 achievements. If you get 300 population, you'll get an achievement. 600 population, you'll get an achievement. 900, you'll get an achievement.
I'm gonna go for a 1,000 people, maybe.
If you can get that done.
Yes, if I can get that done, that's very well put, and that's it actually. Yesterday I didn't have a lot of time to play. I did play some because, well, I was busy most of the day, so I didn't have a lot of time to play, but so far it's progressing.
Well, 12 people without tools again.
Tools with no tools.
Never-ending struggle. Come on, people, just die already. Let me start over.
Yeah. If you don't know how to live, then don't
Die.
live at all. Yeah.
Don't know how to live? Then die.
Die, people.
Yes. Oh well. I have no builders, no laborers. 10 children?
Dobro. Evo.
Who knows? We may actually survive.
Well,
We need to ask what's the main wood that you go through your mill.
mostly oak, like European oak. Wait, I'm gonna get the exact name. And ash. That's actually I mostly what I do is ash only, because the machine I'm currently working on doesn't stand what you call it, the color of oak, because oak is usually darker and the machine can actually kind of see the chalk, the fluorescent chalk on the color. So I mostly I do is ash, because ash is easier, a lot lighter, and it's mostly white. But there are a couple of oaks in Croatia, so also known as common oak, the European oak or English oak. It's actually called English oak. There are also some other species. One we call actually cer, which is kind of a blackish oak. Let me check the English name for it. Turkey oak or Astrian oak.
There we go. Let's just force people to die. No more farms. No more food. Everyone works the mine or becomes a blacksmith.
A lot of good metal guitars are made of ash these days. Yeah, ash is a very light wood. Poplar, I think it's actually a bit lighter, but poplar deteriorates a lot faster, and ash does not deteriorate that fast. Especially ash, which I don't know what's called in English. It has a discoloration in the middle of the tree itself. We call it cairn. And the cairn is actually, ash is usually white or reddish pinkish. And the cairn inside is gray, from gray to brown to purple. And the cairn inside is actually a pretty hard. It's pretty, like, I would say, robust. And also cairn is also pretty heavy. The hardwood, yes, that was the word I was looking for. But not all hardwood is actually doesn't have this discoloration. Some of it is actually all white.
Well, I honestly hope that the real Roadie Fest, the event, is not a or that this Roadie Fest is not a representation on how my Roadie Fest is gonna be. Yeah.
No food.
Currently, I've got all the food turned off. Like,
Yeah.
everything except the mine and the blacksmiths are turned off.
A bloodbath? No, this is more like a war crime.
A concentration camp.
Yeah.
12, 11, come on. 9, 8,
A doomy gulag,
7.
also known as a dulag.
Dulag! You got the Dulag, comrade! 6. Come on! Die!
So we're gonna reload from the same point or not?
We're gonna restart.
Again?
Again. 2, 1, 0.
Wow.
Everyone died.
Yay! This is actually a good